Michigan's Adventure, located in Muskegon, Michigan, is Michigan's largest amusement park, featuring 7 different roller coasters ranging from small kids' rides all the way up to some of the best roller coasters in the world and dozens of different attractions. This is definitely a very solid amusement park. However, park aside, this video we'll be focusing on their 7 roller coasters and ranking them from worst to best. But before we get into the video, I just have to go over a few things. I've only been to Michigan's Adventure once, and that was on a Saturday in August, so the coasters may have been running poorly or they could have been running better than usual. I'm not sure. Also, some of these coasters I only got one ride on, and that was because I only got one day at the park and I wanted to maximize my visit. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video, and just remember, this is 100% my opinion. Starting off our list at number 7 is Woodstock Express, the park's kiddie coaster, being relocated and reopening in 2021 with the park's brand new Camp Snoopy Kids area. This is definitely not a bad kids coaster. Featuring 2 laps around the course and a fairly smooth ride experience, this is definitely a solid ride for those young coaster enthusiasts in the making, and if you have young children, I recommend it, and adults can ride without any issue if you are looking for that coaster credit. At number 6, we have Zach's Zoomer, yet another coaster made for kids and families. However, this one is a little larger, longer, and it's made of wood. This coaster is definitely a very solid family ride. However, it doesn't offer the thrills to compete with any of the coasters higher on this list. However, it is still smooth, comfortable, and fairly enjoyable, and that is what puts it at the number 6 spot. At number 5, we have Thunderhawk, the park's inverted roller coaster. Opening in 2008, being relocated from the former Geauga Lake amusement park, this coaster has all of the ingredients to be a great ride, featuring 5 inversions, a height of almost 110 feet, and a max speed of 50 miles an hour. However, being one of the roughest roller coasters I've ever ridden, this coaster cannot be ranked much higher than 5, and I was honestly thinking about putting it at 6 or 7. The coaster does look beautiful with that awesome location right next to the park's lake, along with that brand new for 2021 paint job that keeps the coaster looking brand new. However, if this coaster doesn't get new trains or restraints anytime soon, I really cannot put it any higher because of that super rough experience I already mentioned. At number 4, we have Corkscrew. This was actually the first roller coaster in Michigan to go upside down, and even to this day, it is not a bad coaster. It is fairly small with a max height of just 70 feet, a track length of only 1,250 feet, and featuring only 2 inversions. This is a super short coaster. However, at the time that it was built, I'm sure it was definitely record-breaking and a great draw to this park. It still does provide a fairly comfortable and smooth experience despite being short, and I can't help but recommend it to all of those fans who love coasters that provide a classic and smooth ride experience. At number 3 is probably the video's most unpopular opinion, but there is Wolverine Wildcat. Opening in 1988, this would be the first roller coaster built by the Dinh Corporation. Featuring 3,000 feet of track and a max height of 85 feet, this coaster looks great right next to the park's lake, and it features a fairly solid double out and back layout, featuring numerous airtime hills and a few turnarounds. However, the ride experience itself falls kind of flat. It can be shaky, and if you ride in a wheel seat, it can get brutally rough at points, and aside from the first drop, there really isn't any airtime to be found. There may be 1 or 2 slight pops on 1 or 2 of the airtime hills. However, aside from that, you kind of just have a shaky, old, and not very good wooden roller coaster. If this could get the RMC treatment and become a hybrid coaster, this could honestly be the best coaster in the park and be a huge draw for Michigan's Adventure. However, until then, Wolverine Wildcat is just fine. Not bad, but also not too good. At number 2, we have Mad Mouse, the park's aerodynamics wild mouse coaster that opened in 1999. Featuring a max height of 70 feet, this coaster might just be the world's largest wild mouse coaster, which is crazy to think about. However, before I rode this attraction, I had heard nothing about it, and I just thought that it would be your typical wild mouse, which if you've watched my channel for a while, you would know I don't like these rides typically. However, when I rode Mad Mouse, I got a near trimless coaster that provided insane laterals on every single turn, and on the end dips of the ride, I actually got some really solid airtime. Throughout this, the coaster stayed smooth and comfortable, which definitely made this one of the most surprising roller coasters I've ever ridden, and I definitely recommend it to every single person watching this video, as this coaster is thrilling enough to entertain enthusiasts and thrill seekers. However, it is not too extreme to scare away families and kids, and this is definitely one of the most well-rounded coasters I've ridden for what the park was going for. And at the number 1 spot, we have Shivering Timbers. I'm sure that most of you guys could have probably guessed this. However, this CCI, or Custom Coasters International wooden coaster from 1998, surprised me in so many ways. With a max height of just 122 feet, this coaster is the largest at Michigan's Adventure. However, 122 feet still isn't that large compared to other coasters, and with that fairly small height, this coaster packs in a ride experience that's over a mile long, featuring dozens of different airtime moments, as well as a super smooth and very long ride experience that also packs in 2 lateral pack turns, including that final helix right before the brake run that makes you feel like you're about to fly out of the coaster with how strong those laterals really are. This coaster is in my top 10 overall, and it's not hard to see why. I have a full review going in depth on this coaster if you want to hear more, but my thoughts on Shivering Timbers are that it is super underrated and one of the best wooden roller coasters in the world. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up my video ranking every single roller coaster at Michigan's Adventure. What were your thoughts on the rankings of the coasters on this list? Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the placements, and comment down below what your favorite roller coaster is at Michigan's Adventure. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below, and if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like rating and subscribe for more roller coaster content just like this on Hangtime Thrills. I'll catch you guys next time.